In the beginning, God created the heavens and He created the earth. He created every living thing upon the earth. Thousands of years later, along comes myself, Ed Waters, and I created FreeCircle so I could bring you the fireside. We want to bring you truth with integrity, insight that's right, and stories that matter the most today. So climb on in, buckle up, let's take a ride on the fireside. I want to talk about doing what you do. You know, doing what you do really matters because doing what you do is your life. So, you should like what you do. Now, oftentimes when we're young, we find an interest and we take a liking to this interest. Sometimes a lot of people don't want to support you doing what you do, what you like to do. That's wrong. I'm sorry to say, but if you like doing something and you find interest in that, that's probably what you should be doing. Too often in life, when young people find an interest in something, they are usually directed away from that interest. And that's due to ulterior motives by the people trying to draw you away. You know, when we think about it, we have to live life, and if we're not happy in life, it's really not going to be a very good life. So, when we see a young person and they are taking an interest in something, and their dexterity doesn't quite match that skill set, maybe we should work with them along the lines of figuring out how to get their dexterity to the level it needs to be to match their interest. Too often we try to tell people to do something that they don't even fit into. I know when I was young and I was going into that time where I had to choose a career, and they had career counselors at high school, and they brought you in and they gave you all of these tests, and they try to match your aptitudes and dexterities with professions and tells you what you match up with. That's wrong. You don't match skill sets like that. My interest was in computers because computers was relatively young. It was at its beginning when I was just coming into high school and getting into where I needed to be to start thinking about a profession. I asked about it. I said, I'd like to do something with computers. Well, your dexterity and your aptitude doesn't match that. So I never got the chance. They placed me in other things. So, because I had an interest early, if I would have been placed in that skill set and been taught early, think about what I would have been now with it. See, but I was shunned. I was pushed away from what my interests were. And they do that for their own reasons. They have this reasoning where there's so many jobs in the market and we need to fill this market gap with this many people. We need to raise this many people for that market. See, and that is so phony. That's why nobody likes what they're doing nowadays. You have people in professions that they don't even like what they're doing, and that results in inferiority in their performance and whatever they are producing. So we need to change the way we teach things. Do what you do. That's the whole point. If you have an interest and you see your child has an interest, you make sure you get involved and do whatever it takes to get that interest instilled in your child's life. Because in reality, that's when it matters the most, when we're young, to get involved in our long-term goals. And if we're placed in that situation where we can learn where our interest lies, I think that's really important, and we really need to look at that. If you're older like myself, it's never too late to say, hey, I'm going to do it. So take a look at yourself and do what you do. You know? Because only you can get it done. Well, that's it for another FreeCircle Fireside. Thank you for joining us. You can find us on the web at freecircle.website. You can join in on the live shows or leave a message and we'll get your voice out over the message. The call-in line is 971-533-7805. Join FreeCircle, get your voice out, and thank you for joining the Fireside. Ed, FreeCircle, out.